right, so welcome back, guys. Here we are with Tea Time with Titan. Got my man Gonzalo the man here, and we're back. So what's up, Gonzalo?
What's up, brother? Long time without seeing you.
Yeah, I've seen you around, but it's good to finally talk to you again.
Again in a new episode, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're back. So what's on your mind, man?
The boat.
The boat. That's right. Today we're going to talk about the right boat. So thank you so much, Gonzalo. Gonzalo is the grounded side. Gonzalo grounds me. And yeah.
Get
So
the fire.
that's right. I can be a little more sporadic than Gonzalo, but Gonzalo's the center, so
No.
I appreciate you,
Thanks.
man.
Me too.
Yeah, man.
Me too, bro. I feel really good doing this program,
Yeah.
talking about all the stuff that we were talking in the last episode,
Yeah.
and how a new subject to talk about today is, I don't know, pretty exciting to me.
That's
for
right.
me. Yeah.
That's right. So to give you guys a little intro about the right boat, what does it mean, the right boat?
I would like to ask you
Okay.
what that means, bro.
Excellent
Yeah.
question. What does that mean? ¿Qué significa the right boat? El bote apropiado, el bote correcto. So the right boat, this is a Charlie Munger quote. So who is Charlie Munger? Charlie Munger, maybe you might have heard of him, maybe you haven't, but you've probably heard of Warren Buffett, maybe? Maybe some of you out there have heard of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, if you haven't heard of Warren Buffett, I know maybe Americans probably know him more. And around the world, maybe you do know him, maybe you don't. So if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, he works in the stock market in the USA, in the US stock market. Él trabaja en la bolsa. And Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors in the world. And he started a company called Berkshire Hathaway, which owns a lot of assets. Y son muchos activos. Él es dueño de muchos activos y de muchas empresas. So Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's right-hand man. Okay. So he's also a stock market mogul. And Charlie Munger has some really great quotes. So there's one that I always say that you probably heard me say. I always say, step by step, we get ahead. And that's a Charlie Munger quote. So he says, step by step, we get ahead, but not necessarily in fast spurts. So, paso a paso, llegamos adelante, pero no necesariamente en saltos grandes ni en piques rápidos. So, poco a poco se va formando el castillo nuestro. Step by step, we start building our own castle. So the Charlie Munger quote is about being in the right boat. So it's kind of more like a metaphor or an analogy. He says that it's not how hard you row, but which boat you're in. Okay?
Holy team.
Yeah. So can you translate that for us in Spanish, Gonzalo?
Que no se trata o no importa cuán fuerte o con cuánto esfuerzo nosotros vayamos remando, sino sobre cuál bote realmente estamos.
Awesome. Correcto, man. That's awesome. So, Gonzalo, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, how do you think this translates into business?
Bueno,
En español.
sí, desde la ingeniería,
Yeah.
yo lo veo con esos ojos. Y se trata como de focalizar nuestras energías, nuestro esfuerzo, nuestra planificación, nuestro trabajo, de una manera determinada que le permita a ese bote, digamos que sería nosotros en nuestra vida con nuestros planes, ir avanzando de manera quizás, como tú dices, step by step,
Mm-hmm.
pero más fluido.
Yeah.
Como no hace falta una montaña de sacrificio a mis espaldas para avanzar hacia lo que yo quiero realmente.
Yeah. Qué bueno, man. Yeah, así es. Como que a veces trabajamos demasiado duro.
Claro.
Como más duro de lo que tenemos que trabajar. Vivimos una vida sufrida y como quizás gracias a la religión o como nos enseñaron nuestros padres, que a veces hay que sufrir para llegar adelante.
Ujú.
Pero también existe el otro lado, la otra cara de la moneda, que a veces no hay que trabajar tan duro. Como que sí, tienes que trabajar duro,
Disciplinado quizás,
disciplinado,
ordenado,
eso,
estratégicamente,
eso.
claro,
En ing-
que quizás podría ser como el material de lo que está hecho el bote. Como uno de fibra de vidrio probablemente va a andar mejor que uno de madera rústica.
oh, wow, that's
Ajá.
awesome.
Sí. Bueno, em, for Chilean people, or
Yeah,
at least for me, but I think I'm talking uh, representing more Chileans, you know.
mm-hmm.
Um, we are growing up with like an invisible
Yeah,
contract, you know.
interesting.
That invisible contract, it's about you need to work hard, you need to do your best always, you need to be, I don't know, a hard worker, you know.
Yeah,
And I'm not psychologist, but I read a lot of it.
yeah.
And the human beings, usually we have like pretty similar scares, you know.
A similar what?
A scar,
That's
a
right.
scar.
Cicatriz.
Yeah. Those are like five. I'm not pretty sure about the quantity, but for example, you have fear to be alone
Yeah,
o ser abandonado.
yeah.
Como,
To be abandoned, fear to be abandoned, fear of being abandoned.
yeah, that's one pretty common. Another
Yeah.
one is like fear to not being enough. You know.
Wow.
Another ones. But if you start thinking about the second fear that I said,
Yeah.
you are always fighting with life, fighting with others, or not necessarily fighting, but in yourself, you are doing a big effort to be accepted, you know, to be
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
So in this area, in this topic that we are talking about, work topic,
Yeah.
people is always trying to demonstrate others that they are enough,
Yeah.
you know, and that's why a lot of people in their first mindset, they are trying to demonstrate others the value that
Yeah.
that I have in myself.
Yeah.
um and yeah, they are like paddling pretty hard, pretty hard, pretty hard, and
Yeah.
it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Another way to think about this is like, for me, not it's like, or another analogy
Yeah.
is, for example, um, I don't know, a lot of people work in the world.
Yeah.
All that people is depressed.
Mm.
All that people is uh, tired.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't think that. So what is their secret? You know, and I think it's about the boat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Can you talk a little more about that?
Yeah, sure. Uh,
Point the mic towards your mouth a little bit.
okay. Here.
All right.
Yeah. I insist. This always depends about where did you born.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where were you born? ¿Dónde naciste?
claro. Exactly.
Okay.
So because if your parents
Yeah.
are successful,
Yeah.
not only in their pockets or their bank accounts,
Yeah.
always in their inner self, they are gonna show you they are gonna be a really good example about how you can start walking in your own way. You know, and probably you are gonna need when you get as an adult,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a lot of tools to confront life or
Yeah.
to build your own life. You know. But in other cases, for example, in my life, I have a lot of privilege.
Yeah.
I'm pretty grateful for it. And
Right
my
on.
parents were really poor when they were younger. And they always were saying to us when we were kids, you need to work hard, you need to study hard, because tomorrow you need to be someone, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finished my university career,
Mm-hmm.
and after that I was like always I was feeling like I would like to do something different. I know I have enough skills to get it,
Yeah.
but I have an unconscious fear. Like, um, ¿lo podría hacer?
Could I do it? Can I do it?
Yeah. Em, ¿Tendré el coraje para enfrentarlo?
Will I have the courage to confront this, to take this on?
Yeah. So at the beginning, I got a lot of doubts about it because
Yeah.
in my case, I was watching around myself, around my life, watching what other people was doing, my mates, my family, my uncles, I don't know, almost everybody.
Yeah.
And all of them were working hard.
Yeah.
All of them were doing like a sacrifice, like, because it's necessary to grow. And
Yeah.
I think, or in my case, in this new like episode of my life, in
Mhm.
this present,
Yeah.
I think, of course, you need to do sacrifice sometimes,
Yeah.
not always,
Yeah.
but that not must be like on a base of what are you doing, you know?
Of course.
So I was feeling disgusting where I was in my first in engineering experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt like another motivation to make the jump, to the
Yeah.
empty space
Yeah.
and say, okay, probably I'm not ready now, but I'm feeling that I need to do this. That was travel, go to
Yeah.
Australia.
Awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, this is like a fruit, You
Mm.
need to be like growing
Yeah.
until the maturity point.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Well said. Yo, I'm grateful for you, man.
Me
Thank you,
too.
man.
Me
I'm
too.
I'm I'm happy to talk to you. Some days I feel better than others. Some days I feel like I'm on fire. I'm untouchable. Nobody can stop me. I'm just bulletproof. I'm just, made of rock and nothing can destroy me. And there's some days, that, life can sometimes get to me a little bit. These small little things, but hearing you talk, it really makes me happy,
Uh-huh.
because there's only so much I know. There's only so much I can see. There's only so much I can experience. But to see how you live life through your eyes, I can feel that I am you when I'm talking to you. You know what I mean?
Whoa, I feel the same. I feel like pretty warm when I'm with
Nice.
you. Like we are in a safety space.
Awesome, man.
I don't need to do a big effort to express myself with you or to explain what the hell I'm talking about. That is awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And of course, as you said, I have my cloudy days as well. I
Yeah.
have my sunny days as well.
Yeah.
And I think life is moving
Yeah.
every day,
Yeah.
every moment. And in our inner spaces, there is a big movement similar as the cosmos, I think. That's why you are discovering yourself every day. You are expanding yourself. You cannot do a definition about who you are.
Yeah. Right?
Always that I try to do that, I feel like disgusting.
Yeah.
Something more than something left.
Yeah.
You know, and everything is moving. So when I am in my sunny days, as today, I'm pretty happy and
Right on.
grateful about it.
Yeah, man.
I can shine. I can appreciate this moment, this present. The people who work with me, my providers, my couple, my friends, my animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other days there are cloudy, and that's time like to go home, to get warm
Yeah.
with a good tea as this one,
All right.
lemon ginger.
All
Yeah,
right.
pretty good, bro. That
Ri-
was your idea, so thanks.
There you go, man. Yeah, man. I gotta have some good choices for you.
Thanks. And yeah, just time to go home. Like like come back,
Come back.
feel yourself. Don't get like rash decisions,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, just stay calm. This is gonna go go on, you know.
Yeah.
And the cloudy days doesn't mean that my life is shit, you know. It's just a cloudy day.
Yeah.
So
But we're pretty lucky that today's a sunny day,
yeah, today's a
and
sunny day.
yes, sir. And you look great, man. You look
Thanks, you
like
too,
I
bro.
can tell that you have like a very calm
Oh, thanks.
disposition and demeanor today. I see you in like really good spirits, man.
I need to say something and
Yeah.
be grateful about one stuff.
Yeah.
During the weekend, I
Yeah.
received a confirmation of one customer, and they are gonna get our service.
No way.
So like the quality of my boat
Yes.
like got another level.
Yeah, you just improved.
Yeah, improve the material.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, bro.
I'm proud
Thanks,
of you.
bro. And I was pushing this like almost since 1 year ago. That came with different sensations, emotions, imaginations, expectations, etc.
Yeah.
That was taking time, pushing all the time. Sometimes makes you feel tired, and also the faith, like the level of your faith,
Right?
start to like decrease a little bit.
You get tested.
Yeah, but we are living in a really particular moment of the history.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people is very connected in this spiritual sense,
Yeah.
and not only the spiritual, but they are like teaching or showing
Yeah.
or sharing with others
Mm-hmm.
what they already learned,
Yes.
and also some techniques that are going to help us to being connected with the abundance, or
Yeah.
with more than just the moment, which is cloudy sometimes, you know.
Yeah. And what like what was your experience with these lessons learned? Is it a direct experience, or is it just you seeing the pieces move in your life, you seeing these people move, and then those lessons
For
you
example,
get taught through them that way?
Yeah, I got something in my mind when you
Okay.
were asking me,
Mm.
and it's about faith. Faith is something that I was thinking that it was only an abstract term,
Okay.
you know, and it is not only abstract. Actually, it's physical,
Oh wow.
you know.
Okay.
If you feel like light,
Yes.
if you feel good,
Yeah.
if you feel like grateful, if you feel yourself in abundance,
Yes.
that is pretty physical.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so the new moment
Yeah.
or era
Yeah.
that we are living now
Mm-hmm.
is showing us those terms, you
Yeah.
know, like connecting the physical, material, and the spiritual world
Yeah.
or dimensions.
Yeah.
They are getting integrated. They are integrating their self,
Yeah.
and that's happening outside of our body.
Yeah.
But we know there is not one outside.
Yeah.
That's a way how our mind get the reality. That's happening everywhere in ourselves as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this topic, like the faith, is a physical stuff. So
Yeah.
okay, once I know that it's a physical stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to work in it
Yeah.
or do something, change my perspective or whatever.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What will I do?
Yeah.
And they said they share with us on like an meditation exercise,
Yeah.
and it was like um, resting in the floor,
Okay.
hopefully connected with minerals or the earth directly with the earth,
Yeah.
and like feeling with your with your eyes closed,
Yeah.
and feeling like all your body is getting melt, and it's going.
Your body's melting
It's
into the
melt.
ground. Se está derritiendo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not only melting; it's also like you are deserving, and you are getting the decision that, how do you say, soltar?
To let go.
Let go everything,
Okay.
everything as you are dying.
Yeah.
And then while you are doing something, if you leave the control, who has the power now? God.
Nice. Yeah.
God has the power,
Yes,
as
sir.
always.
Yes, sir.
So if you realize that and you connect with yourself, you are like working in your faith in that moment.
Yeah.
And the faith is connected with your body across a network, an
Yeah.
energy network, which I think is love,
Nice.
you know? So, yeah, that was the exercise.
Yeah.
And then this girl, this woman,
Mhm.
her name is Cote Yuneman,
Yeah.
Constanza Yuneman.
Yeah.
She has a very good podcast in Spotify if you want to have a check.
Okay.
And after the exercise, she explained us that we were working with the ninth chakra,
Awesome.
the one which is connected with everything. That chakra connect us with the cosmos,
Yeah.
with, I don't know more.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, that was
So
what I learned.
you did this meditation today.
I did that meditation on last Thursday
Yeah.
and yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday was directed in in the ground, in the grass, on
Yeah.
the grass.
Man, it's so important to connect. It's just like it almost seems wrong to say like that someone is working on their spiritual side, like some, because it seems as if there is no other side. It is the only side we have. It should be the only side that we have, but in this life there's so much diversity and there's so much variety that it almost feels as if, I always like to look at it like we're all a bunch of different tree frogs. We're all just like different colored tree frogs. We're all, because like you can find the same frog in a different country and it looks a little bit different. So I feel like all of us have different, like imagine a baseball card or like a Marvel card
Yeah,
where everyone has their attributes: strength, intelligence,
exactly,
endurance, stamina.
exactly.
Like everyone, if you don't have a physical or a mental handicap, like I feel like all of us are all like perfectly calibrated, by God. And can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
When you mentioned God, just for everyone listening, like some people think that God can only be tied to religion. God can only be tied to an old European man with a long beard in the sky. So
yeah.
what is your response to a message like that when you hear someone that says something like this?
Um, I think that's a really limited interpretation about who is God. Um, and it's pretty difficult try to
Yeah, it,
explain
I, it basically, if you
what
say,
actually it is. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
But I would like to say something about last ones of the last stuff that you said
okay,
about hopefully everything will be spiritual, like a spiritual code or term, or yeah.
yeah,
And this woman, Kote Yuneman,
mm-hmm,
she's like on a channel, and she connects with spiritual entities,
okay.
and she said messages. So, but that could sound like fantastic, but
Maybe to some people.
yeah, but it's not.
Okay.
It's real, I think.
Yeah.
um, she is like pretty obvious that she's been working pretty hard in their integration, because she doesn't look like an abstract person, or just talking about spiritual stuff, or abstract terms, she talks, she's always trying to get this world to the physical and normal common reality, this one where we
Yeah.
are now. Okay, so um, those spiritual entities, they wish to be here, but they don't have bodies, physical bodies.
Wow.
Only human have physical bodies. So we are really, really, really important in all like the consciousness, spiritual work, in the healing process of the earth,
Mm.
healing process of humanity,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So we are lucky because we have bodies, and everything in the world, as I said like minutes ago,
Mhm.
it's working to get integrated
Yeah.
as a humans, spiritual humans.
Yeah.
We are doing that work as well, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not like soft. It's not
Wow.
like it's not like in your comfort zone you're gonna be okay. This is not gonna feel like difficult. No,
Yeah.
it's like a challenge, I think.
Yeah.
As I said before, we started our life with an version about how is the world,
Yeah.
with our families.
Yeah.
So make questions and go there
Yeah.
to those contracts,
Yeah.
to those memories, to those areas where pain is still asking for review.
Wow.
um, I think that's a good idea, or a good way. Not, of course, not the only one.
Yeah.
Um, for me, is working, but it's a good way to start changing like
Yeah. You're programming.
your programming. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and after that, um, even doing that work is not gonna be a easy process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that it's like a terrific process, because it's not. It's not really hard, because it's not. If it feels really hard, probably you need to mm, keep doing working in yourself, because you're alive. You're in a world full of abundance.
Yeah.
So sometimes in a cloudy days we forgot a bit, but that is where faith works. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Damn. Yeah, that's a crazy topic, faith.
Mm.
What is faith? Some people also tie faith directly to a religion.
Yeah.
And do you believe faith can be more than just something tied to a religion or a creed?
Whoa. I think faith is like a really important pillar in life, in the life of other planets, other galaxies,
Mhm.
this world, that garden,
Yeah.
this seed.
Yeah.
Not for the seed, of course,
Yeah.
but for us,
Okay.
like is another structure which builds this reality, and a pretty important one. That's what I think. So. mm
Yeah.
um,
Faith.
if we also think about God as an external subject,
Yeah.
that I think that's not faith. It's not. I think it's not fair.
Wow.
Um, I'm not trying to say I'm God. He's God as well. But we have the power of God in ourselves. We are creating realities because we have bodies.
Yes. Yes.
And also we are like an antennas. How do you say antennas?
The same. Antenna.
Antennas.
Yeah.
Um, so depending about our ancho de banda, how do you say
Our
ancho?
bandwidth.
Yeah,
Good
our
word.
yeah. and also with what we are trying to connect,
Yes.
the result about what we are gonna be creating.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that is one of the crazy paradoxes of being a human being. You know, I think this is one of the greatest conflicts that we have, since the beginning of the conception of us, of humans on Earth. Sometimes, well, I don't know about sometimes, but I believe that we have the power of God, but we are limited by our physical bodies. So I believe that's like one of the initial conflicts that we have as humans, is that
Mhm.
we know that we possess infinity inside of our minds.
Mhm.
We know that we can
Mhm.
that we could probably that we think of ourselves as gods inside, but we're limited.
Yeah. I was with that conflict in myself last week because I was like feeling, or I was remembering myself feeling plenty, really abundance. I don't know, full of energy, creativity, love, compassion, and that dimension during last week, I was feeling like that is far, that is with low level of faith, of course.
Last week,
Yeah, last week was far. It was like disconnected with the reality, this material reality,
yeah.
and I was like suffering in my mind, like shit, this really suck, you know, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but after a few days, doing also the meditation, some things start happening, like the contract that we got
Yeah.
during the weekend.
Yeah.
So always is moving, and I think we are limited. We have a limited vision.
Yeah.
We cannot watch what God is creating because we are not God, but we
Yes.
have that power in ourselves. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's just we come from that source of creation, that source of consciousness or intelligence or love or whatever you want to call it. We are that. We're capable of that every single day. But we also have the animal side inside of us that pulls us toward instinct. And, this is something that Sadhguru says. What is the difference between an animal and a human? Because an animal can act on instinct
yeah,
and he'll be fine because his instinct is to be somewhat balanced. Maybe not singularly in his first person, but if you look at it macro in relation to other animals and the other life on earth, the animal is balanced. If he acts on instinct, he'll eat what he needs and he's done. He'll go and relax. The problem is when us humans act on instinct, because the power, the grandeur, the capacity of our minds is so much greater that if we are left to our instinct, we could destroy the whole planet. We could
exactly,
destroy everything around us.
exactly, exactly. I I remembered the Sufis.
Okay. Who are the Sufis?
The Sufis are like an sorry about the Sufi community because I'm not a specialist.
It's okay. I don't
Yeah,
I don't know about the Sufi. I've
but
I've heard Sufi, but I don't know
yeah,
where it
have you
is.
heard poemas of Rumi?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Is that a Instagram account or something?
No. So
No?
Rumi was like an important and referent for all the Sufi community.
Guys,
Community.
forgive me. I
Yeah.
don't, I don't know Rumi or the Sufis, so I
Yeah.
just I, I just see some stuff on the internet sometimes, so I'm just trying to connect the dots here. But go ahead, Gonzalo,
Yeah,
please.
but they say that once we born, or before born, we were like in the unity. Our consciousness, our essence was glued together.
Yeah,
Once we born, our consciousness is watching to the outside, and
yeah,
our essence is inside of us. So it's the first time that they like get disconnected. So once we start growing, um, and we are feeling like pain
Yeah.
sometimes. We are trying to defend ourselves, and there is when appears the biggest disconnection between our consciousness and our essence. And it's every time that we are trying to defend ourselves. Okay, that doesn't mean that defend ourselves is bad, because it's on a human tool and it's natural.
Yeah.
We don't choose have or have not it.
Yeah.
Just happen.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and there appears some subjects pretty interesting about the ego
Yeah.
and our like essential self.
Yeah.
And that that's a big ocean of
Okay.
information, topics.
Yeah. What part of the world do the Sufis come from?
They come from Afghanistan,
Got it.
or like between Africa
In the
and
Middle
Asia.
East?
Yeah, like in
Okay.
the area of Asia, which is closer of Africa.
Awesome.
Yeah, I heard about them because I was reading about Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff is another important guy,
Okay.
more modern.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not sure, but I think 100 years ago, 150 years ago, no more than that.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, he was realizing that about this situation, because he was inside of the Sufi community and there are pretty spirituals. That's not a religion. The difference between, for example, the Musulmanes,
The
Muslim,
the Muslims, or the ones who practice the Islamic religion.
exactly. They read the book, for example, and they follow the book, because
Yeah.
the book is the Allah word.
The word of Allah.
Yeah, the word of Allah.
Yes.
So they follow it, of course,
Yeah.
because that is like their paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
But Sufis, they not believe immediately about the book. They live the experience. They get like borrachos.
They get drunk.
They get drunk of the experience, and they realize different stuff, and they follow
Yeah.
like the message which appears during the experience, the spiritual message.
Nice. So they get drunk off the experience, but they don't get drunk off
No,
alcohol,
no,
right?
no.
Okay.
No. They say that like to say like,
Of course.
I'm fully present in this moment.
Yeah.
I'm fully feeling my heart. I fully feeling my body. I'm here,
Yeah.
you know. Um, and then they are getting drunk,
Yeah, that's right.
of the Allah
That's awesome.
dimension. Yeah, and they also said, and not only the Sufis, actually this a lot of psychotherapists.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
psychotherapists talk about it. Like, if you follow the voice of your instinct, not all what it says,
Yeah.
but important stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna go through the life getting what you need, getting what you desire, but really true in yourself, and you are gonna be like feeling good, feeling como realizado.
Realized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not, you're gonna start making crazy,
Yeah.
because you are not you are not following your humanity.
Yeah.
You are following another kind of voice,
What is this voice?
the ego.
Ego.
Yeah. And the ego, the Claudio Naranjo said, another Chilean um, psychologist.
Yeah, you can say
Yeah.
psychologist,
Or psychiatra.
psychoanalyst,
He-
psychiatrist, psychotherapist.
Yeah. He said Diego is like a really, really, really small room
Hmm.
in your head.
Yeah.
And sometimes people, or not sometimes, pretty frequently,
Okay.
people identify themselves with this small room.
Mm.
It's like you are in Patagonia
Yeah.
in a huge and awesome world, very natural, fantastic, abundance,
Yeah.
magical.
Mm-hmm.
But you decide, consciousness or unconsciousness, to be only in that small room, in your room,
Yeah.
you know. So this voice is like this room, pretty small, with simple ideas, with big security about some stuff.
Okay.
This is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Okay.
Be alert. Be alert.
Yeah.
Danger. Danger.
Survival.
Yeah. Yeah. He or she, Diego,
Mm-hmm.
it always wanna get the reason.
Yeah. The ego always wants to be right.
Yeah. It wants to be right. Always. Um
Yeah.
but life and ourselves are bigger than just the ego, you know. So all what I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
is easy to say.
It's easy to say.
It's easy to read.
Oh, yeah.
It's not easy to realize, but the work is, for me, like involved,
Yeah.
get involved in Patagonia,
Okay. The bigger picture.
the bigger picture, the bigger, like no room,
Yeah.
just the space.
Gonzalo, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna close the door. There's some guys working outside. I hope you guys can't hear it, but I'm gonna go ahead and close the door. But we're live, so Gonzalo,
Yeah,
the
sure.
floor is yours.
Tea time with Titan is back.
All right, we're back. Thank you, guys. So thank you, Gonzalo. Gonzalo, I want to say something, man.
Okay, please do it.
You know, I know we have to focus on ourselves, but this has kind of been bothering me a little bit. But I'm also guilty of it. I'm guilty of it too, but I think it's a powerful point to bring up. You know, you said something now, and I really relate to what you said. So I want to talk about understanding versus doing. Okay.
Only damn. Back to reality. Not understand. Better if you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understanding versus doing. You know, I feel that there's so many people that understand. So many people understand. Everybody understands. They watch something on TV and they understand. Like, yep, yep, I see what's going on.
Easy.
It's easy. Someone listens to the radio. They say, I understand. I understand. And I'm a musician. I'm also a teacher, and I can say that I'm guilty of this. Where I can see another musician play something. I can see a guitar player play something. Guitarists we're notorious for thinking that we're very competitive amongst each other. There's a joke in music that says, how many guitar players does it take to change a light bulb? ¿Cuántos guitarristas necesitas para cambiar una ampolleta, like they say here in Chile? I know in Spain they say it differently. I can't remember the name right now.
Bombilla.
Bombilla. All right, and the answer is 10. All right, so 1 to actually change the light bulb, and 9 others to say that they could do it better. All right, so so understanding versus doing. I feel that this is something we see a lot today. A lot of people feel that they're so above it all. They're just above everything. They're like, nah, I understand that. Easy. That's whack. That's stupid. That's trash. He's nothing.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm good.
I'm right. I know what's going on. And with music, you see a guy play something, I might feel like, yeah, I know what's going on. I see what's going on. But then, hey, can you play that right now? Can you play it right now? It's like, oh shit, give me like 5 minutes, and then I'll play it. So that's the difference between understanding and doing. I feel people are so dismissive nowadays. People will just discard everything. I don't know if it's the amount of stimulation in media that hits us every single day, but being in the right boat, being in the right boat. Some people are in the wrong boat rowing as hard as they can, not necessarily making any headway. They're not advancing much, and they're just understanding, as opposed to get out of that boat. You're not supposed to be in that boat. Get in the right boat. You might not make it tomorrow. You might not make it in 1 year. But if you're in the right boat and you start today, you will make it eventually. Because no matter how great you customize your boat that's going in the wrong direction, you're never going to make it to where you want to. It's like being in the wrong job. Some of us might be in the wrong job right now, and that just might be a temporary thing for us, because we're building the other boat, or we're in the process to acquire this boat, or whatever it may be, or after we work, we get in the boat and then we row, and then we go back to work the next day. Whatever your situation is, I feel we're all kind of in that situation right now where a lot of us are fortunate to be in the right boat. Some of us don't even understand this concept. Some people, there's this saying that, it's called the range of perception, the radius of your perception. Everything that's out of your range of perception doesn't exist to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully this will help a little bit.
Yeah, I thought in something while you were saying the joke about how many music guys do you need to change
A light bulb.
a light bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you see, 9 of them were saying how to do it better.
Yes.
So that's the voice of ego, the ego voice.
Wow.
Why? Because they are getting themselves as a unique piece, like a separate piece. I'm
Yeah.
different than you, and I'm
Yeah.
better than you.
Yeah.
First of all, we are one together,
Yeah.
connecting in our hearts. I
Yeah.
think there is a center which all of us are connected from our hearts, and yeah, I have my heart here. Do you have your heart there?
Yes.
But we are like vibrating now, and we are saying like, oh yeah, and that's not saying from Gonzalo or from Titan.
Yeah.
That's saying from the center, I think.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, and the second one is I can do it better than you.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you need? Why do you have that necessity to do it better than other?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
probably I don't know. Yeah, that just that.
Yeah, that's a great thing. We can blame this on a lot of things. I could probably blame it on the survival instinct that we have. That we're always competing for resources. Well, today we're not really competing for resources. Today we are competing for attention. A lot of people, I think, currency is the greatest. I mean, attention is the greatest currency right now.
What's currency?
Currency is moneda.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
like money.
yeah.
I feel like the currency now is attention. I'm quoting Gary V right now. Gary V says that. But back in the day, we did have to compete for an ideal mate. We had to compete for an ideal partner, to make kids with, have offspring with. And whoever was the strongest, or whoever had the most cunning, whoever was the smartest, whoever was the bravest, or the most powerful, or the most evil, or sneaky.
And during that, we are doing like a big disconnection.
Yes.
A big disconnection. One thing is we are following the ego voice.
Yeah.
The other thing is I'm throwing my inner power, my creativity,
Wow.
my decision,
Yeah.
my election.
Yeah.
How I wanna live.
Yeah.
How do I wanna live?
Yeah.
Um
When you say you throw it, it's like you surrender that. You surrender that
you
ability.
forgot that you have your own creation power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you are disagree with something which is saying for other person,
Yeah.
you can stop listening and you can take your own decision and do what you want, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to stand up again. So, Gonzalo, the floor is yours. I got Felipe here. Felipe is going to deliver some water in a jug for us. Clean water is key, so drink water.
drink water.
Hey, Felipe. ¿Cómo estás? Bien. ¿Y tú? Bien, bien. Te voy a pasar el bidón.
Hola, hola.
Guys, we're back. This is all live, so yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. So I don't here we don't drink tap water here. Unfortunately the water in Chile, it's drinkable. It's drinkable, but if you want quality, you
need
definitely need to buy it.
Yeah.
You definitely need to
Yeah,
buy it out here.
definitely.
Water needs to be clean. Water needs to be clean. All right, this might be kind of redundant or something or kind of silly, but if your water isn't clean, then the clean water that you do have in your body is going to be working harder to clean the dirty water you just put into your system. This might seem obvious and like boring and cliche, but so many people just drink tap water. In United States, certain states and cities have better water than others, but most of the water is not very good. Like, it's good enough. It's good enough, but most people don't drink water because it just doesn't taste good. They're like, no, I don't like water. It doesn't taste good. I like tea. This is tea
Yeah.
time with me, Titan, and Gonzalo the man. But we drink water. I mean, we drink tea here, but we don't substitute the tea for water. We don't say, oh, I had coffee or I ate an orange because the orange has water in it. Yeah, that's fine. You can eat an orange, you can drink coffee, you can drink tea, but you got to drink clean water. So if you can invest just a little bit just to make your water taste a little bit better and have it be a little bit cleaner, I promise you that's one of the biggest first steps you can take to really take your body to the next level. I always say take yourself to the next level and just having clean water, because anything you put into your body that's not water, you have to actually put clean water in it to clean it. So if you put water that's not clean in, you're wasting energy and you're wasting clean water to clean out that dirty water. So, yeah. So here in Chile, Gonzalo and I, we order water. We get these big 20-liter jugs, which is around 5 gallons. If you're listening in the USA, it's about a 5-gallon jug. And it really is life-changing because water can taste better and you can drink greater quantities of it. And it can really change your life. So, yeah. We were talking about something else completely different, but Gonzalo, do you remember what we were talking about?
Yeah, not actually
We were
with
talking about
precision,
the
but
the 9 guitar players, the ego, the competition.
yeah, yeah.
You surrender your ability. We were talking about attention is the currency right now, and back in the day, we'd fight for resources and try to get the best mate, try to get the best little house or the little hut. I want the spot next to the water, next to the lake.
You know something that I'm learning now?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we are living on a special moment of the history. We are with the global warm,
okay. Climate change.
climate change. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Um,
okay. All these names are changing every day.
yeah.
Yeah,
There is a war in Ukraine.
that's right.
Not only in Ukraine,
Yeah,
always in other countries.
yeah,
From years ago,
yeah.
as the war again between Israel and Palestine,
Yeah.
for example.
Tilt
Um,
the mic a little bit down towards you. Yeah, you can just there you go. You can
Yeah.
you can move it around.
Cool.
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, you sound great right now, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Yeah, and we have different options to use our power during this moment.
Yeah.
For me, it was really common, like uh, ser crítico,
To be critical.
critical with the moment, like,
Yeah.
oh, how those stupid people is doing this or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but after a long while,
Yeah.
um, I decided to do something else. You cannot just being critical with what you are not agree.
Yeah.
So do something different or
Yeah.
change your perspective. So I said I will not like to just have another opinion. I would like to um, give energy to change the direction.
Yeah.
And for me, that direction, that energy flows like in my relations. The first one is with my own,
Mm-hmm.
with my partner, with my family, with my friends,
Yeah.
with people that I doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, and then in my work, I I I I didn't like how I feel in my last work,
Yeah.
and I feel like that I have a power and a capacity and virtudes. How do you say?
Virtues.
Virtues,
Yeah.
like to do something by my own with other people who is interested in the same. And I started with it. With the recycling work.
Yeah.
I feel also that's necessary. I didn't decide to do it like very
Very consciously.
consciously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought a lot about it.
Yeah.
So was consciously. But the reason why I'm doing this
Yeah.
comes from my inner self.
Yeah.
That doesn't have explication for me,
Yeah.
you know? So
It's almost as if you didn't design this, but it was designed for you in a way.
I realized like a call like, hey bro, I have a work for you.
Yeah.
Would you like to get it? Yeah, of course. Who is the boss? You. Who makes the decisions? You. When does it start? Whenever you want.
Okay.
And whenever you can.
Okay.
So whenever you can. So
And what was this call?
like an a really uh, honest and sincero,
Sincere.
sincere moment with myself. Like, okay, when I was finishing my trip around Australia,
Mm-hmm.
I said like, okay, what I would like to do, because now I'm feeling like falling down in ocio. How do you say ocio?
And vice.
In vice,
Vice es como vicio? Is it
uh,
ocio? Ocio is just like
like
relaxing, laziness,
yeah,
lethargy,
like you start to feel boring.
bored. You're just.
Yeah, bored. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what else? I already traveled around Australia.
Ah,
I meet really good
it's,
people.
your belly's full in a way, but it's
Ex-
not.
Exactly. I I make my first dream true. Not the first one, but one of my biggest dreams came true
Yeah,
already. So now what?
yeah,
And I said, okay, what I would like to do, honestly. What which is my next big dream? Where I see myself doing what, like to put the energy, because of course I need to go to buy groceries, I need holidays, I
yeah,
need to go to the beach,
yeah.
I need to work, I need to
Mm-hmm.
go to meetings with my, I don't know, providers, whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, and I said, okay, like I would like to be a good partner of the nature as well. you know Nature doesn't talk like in Spanish or English
yeah.
or in a human language,
Mm-hmm.
like reproducing your
Vocal cords.
vocal cords,
Mm-hmm.
but she talks she talk she talks in another language, and I
Yeah,
was like hearing.
yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, so you always have your power in yourself. It's
yeah.
not outside.
Yeah.
And I don't feel graduated about this, but
Yeah, you don't feel happy about it.
no, I mean, I don't feel like graduated. Like, okay, I don't have to learn anymore.
Mm.
I'm doing, I'm check.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm learning.
Understanding versus doing.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't understand it all, and you're
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah. And I mean, I like to talk about this with friends, with
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
here in Tea Time with Titan and Gonzalo the man.
Here we are, Gonzalo the man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, cause time ago I was like hearing or getting a notion, a notion,
Yeah, Notion.
notion
Very good.
um about the message,
Yeah.
but I was really that was really new for me.
Mm-hmm.
So with this kind of programs, and if you wanna have a funny moment
Yeah.
or learning time,
Yeah.
um, this could be helpful for someone,
Yeah.
at least one or
Of course.
whatever. So yeah, I like to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that need to hear this. I want to bring up Sadhguru again. I know we bring up a lot of greats and giants here in these talks we have together. And Sadhguru is on a mission right now.
Yeah.
He's bringing a lot of consciousness and awareness to the soil in the world. I just want to say, guys, girls, boys, men, everyone, the soil is fundamentally so important because everything that we grow comes from the soil, all the food we eat. Some people say, "Oh, let's just all become vegans," for example. I don't want to make this about diet, or some people say, "Oh, let's just all become carnivores." Neither of these things are the option because everything comes from the soil first. If you want to eat the vegetables, they come from the soil. You want to eat the animal, they eat the plants and vegetables that come out of the soil. All right? So there is no separation between the vegetables and the animals. There is no separation, and there can't be extremism on this side. The only extremism there can be is to go back to balance. We need to go back to balance when it comes to the soil. It really is what's most important. So, what's happening to the soil? The soil is being degraded. Every time that you plant crops and those plants and then you reap the harvest from those crops, there's less minerals in that soil. All right? Nothing is free. Nothing is free in life, and nothing is free in nature either. I know nature's part of life, but I'm just follow me here for a second, please. So we need to take care of the soil. How can we take care of the soil? We need to introduce nature back into the crops. Monocrop is super dangerous. Monocrop culture. If you just want to plant a whole giant field of soy, soy can need certain requirements to grow, and it'll pull all those requirements from the soil. All right, but soil isn't just dirt. Soil is full of fungus, microorganisms, bacteria, all little bugs and little parasites and insects and all different types of life forms. In the huge numbers of millions and millions and millions of these little creatures, and they form the circle of life, just like in the Lion King. In the Lion King, El Rey León. This is all part of the circle of life. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because you can't hear it doesn't mean it's not making a sound. So you can't just throw fertilizers onto the soil. You can't make salts in a laboratory and throw them into the soil. That only work for so long. It'll only work for so long. We need to bring the balance back. And what is the way to do this? They say that you got to introduce trees. You got to introduce trees. Trees is one great way to bring balance back into this monocrop culture. If you do want to proceed in this, if we want to keep doing this monocrop culture, because industry is huge. We all need corn. Some people eat soy. Some people eat wheat. There's a lot of different things that we need to eat, and there's ways of doing it where we can make it sustainable. Sustainable is a really cliche word, but it just means that we can do it over and over again in a cyclical way. So if you want to be vegan, you need to introduce animals, all right? Like you don't have to eat the animals, that's fine, but we need the animals to be part. So What is one way to do this? There is a guy named Joel Salatin. Joel Salatin. He talks about rotational grazing. There's a lot of people that talk about rotational grazing. So, what is rotational grazing? It is when you get a piece of land and you section it off. You section it off into sections, and you put all your livestock into one little section of the piece of land that you have. And the animals graze, they munch on the grass and the alfalfa sprouts and everything that's present in that soil, and they poop. All right, circle of life. They poop and they poop out what they just ate, and that creates fertilizer for that soil, and that'll enrich that soil. Okay, and it'll make the next harvest. Well, I don't know if it's really a harvest, there's no fruit, but just the next sprouting of this grass and these sprouts will be way healthier. And then they open up the next section and they close off the previous section. The animals graze there, and they do this in a cyclical way. And if you do this long enough, you can create feet and meters of brand new soil. And this is what we need so we can keep eating vegetables and so we can keep eating healthy animals
You know
and we can
something?
stay healthy.
I remember like probably, or I thought, sorry, I probably this guy um was hearing a voice, inner voice in himself, probably the the instinto,
Yeah. Instinct.
instinct,
Yeah.
um, and he was follow it.
Yeah.
He started doing this with the animals,
Mm.
and all started growing healthier.
Yeah.
So he heard a voice, an inner voice, and I think he did it because he was connected with his heart. So, and he was like doing like a very good he was making a really good impact in the environment
Yeah.
doing this work. So so what is the better boat in this example?
Yeah.
Do you know what which is the one for me?
Tell me.
His heart.
Okay.
And his heart is connected to the same than your heart,
Yeah.
my heart, all the hearts.
Yeah.
If you wanna open it, because it's not easy.
Mm.
But um, if we are connected with our hearts, probably we are gonna be building a pretty and the best boat than ever you can build.
That's right, man. That's right. With all this money business, they don't. Some people will encourage you to not be connected to your heart. You know, like we talked about last time, they want you to cheat and steal and just take a little bit more so you can make one more dollar. You know, and you get the chicken and you stuff it with water and salt so the chicken weighs more and you can sell more of it. You know, but all these little things, they're not helping the bigger picture.
Mm-mm.
You know, they're helping us right now, maybe right now, but
Mm.
we need to have, I don't know if foresight is the correct word, but we need to be able to see the big picture, macro, see what will come, cuz right now we might be okay. But what will happen in 50, 60, 70, 80, even to 100 years when we don't have any more soil that's
Mm.
viable?
You know what? I think like the big picture cannot be seen with the eyes, with the rationalism.
Mm,
That doesn't work. We are changing and this area. The area is changing. We are not changing the area. We are changing the area as well.
mm,
Um, so how will I do to see the big picture? Connect with your heart. Your heart is connected directly with more than a big picture.
yeah,
So the heart is gonna be saying to you good ideas, and if after feel the heart is gonna be having communication with the brain, and the brain is gonna say, "Oh wow, what a good idea! How I can use my creativity now to build to build a really good boat, you know."
Yeah.
And there is connected also the instinct, the heart, the brain. So we are going through as a human being completely,
Yeah.
you know. So
This is a great point, man.
yeah.
You know, this like you don't have to take LSD, you don't have to do mushrooms, you don't have to smoke DMT or lick a toad to understand that we're all one. You know, this is like the big woo-woo cliche, but it is true, you know, that humans are all connected in a way that can't be measured by our crude instruments. You know, like again, you know, I'm gonna quote Sadhguru. I think he makes some really interesting points, and he says that we are the most sophisticated machine. We are the most sophisticated creation on this planet. You know, in to a sense, and we're using all these crude instruments to really figure out what's happening inside with us. You know, and if you saw Stranger Things, the series on Netflix, you know, this goes back to the Cold War and the experiments they were doing with telepathy and being able to communicate with people throughout the, you know, different parts of the world and travel over there and spy on people. They've done experiments. They did experiments back in the day where they'd close these people, these gifted people that could use their minds to communicate and see what was going on in Russia. They'd lock them in lead rooms, rooms of plomo, of lead, where no measurable waves that we know of can really penetrate that. And they were still able to communicate with people on different sides of the world. So this goes to show us that human beings aren't only physically connected, but there's some sort of cosmic connection that connects all the humans and maybe all the life forms. I don't know. This might be too deep for me, but we're all connected in the same way. You know, as you said, we're here and we're both on like a similar frequency. Like maybe before we got here, you were moving like this, I was moving like that. But then as soon as we got here, we both found our own rhythm and we connected with each other because I have forward facing eyes. So do you. So I can't see myself. I can only see you. So I think I'm you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I see you and I see myself in you. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah.
You know, even though like I'm a tree frog that thinks one way and you're a tree frog that thinks one way, I look at you and I see myself in you.
Me too. Yeah.
So we're all connected in that sense, and our hearts are all connected in that sense too.
You know what I was imagining? Like at the beginning, we were we were using, not at the beginning, last years we have been using a lot our rationalism,
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
Use the rationalism is like, for me, it's like imagine the mind
yeah.
like in a room completely covered of mirrors,
Okay.
and you think that's the reality,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like
Oh wow.
you believe in the reflection of the mirror always,
Yeah,
like, oh, I would like to destroy that wall.
yeah,
Yeah, sounds good. Like, okay, just do it. Or, oh, I would like to eat everything, and you are around a lot of people. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, but if you if you stop one moment and you say, okay, okay, I have been living like reproducing this method
mm-hmm.
for a long time, and I asking to myself, there is something else
Beyond.
further or
Mm-hmm.
beyond the mirrors.
Wow.
And if you do that question, and you make a really good question to your rationalism,
Mm-hmm.
so the rationalism needs to be supported for something else, your heart, your spirit,
Yeah,
your faith, for example.
yeah,
And then other
Other senses.
other senses can start opening,
Yeah.
and
We are capable of more.
let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. I like that.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing good, man. So I don't know. I think this is a good way to I think this is a good way to end it, man.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of boat we can build with the last stuff that we were talking.
Yeah. Guys, get in the right boat. Like you might not know what the right boat is now. Like Gonzalo said, Gonzalo, you were an engineer, and then look at the boat you're in now. You probably didn't think you'd end up here, but you got that call. You got that call that got you to jump into this boat.
Yeah. And also I think we need to keep open even in the cloudy days,
Yeah.
because probably things change,
Yeah.
and we need to be open to use the boat. It's not only for me, it's not only my enterprise,
Yeah.
it's not only this opportunity which is made me happy a lot. I was waiting for a long time to do this.
Yeah.
Thanks God.
Yeah.
While
So-
God make this real, I'll be ready for it. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Keep open.
Right on, man. All right, Gonzalo.
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. I'm grateful for you. I love you, brother. Thank you, man.
I love you too.
Good work, man. Let's do it. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.